What it do, people? Thank you for tuning Total Payout Podcast, chilling with your host Trouble. Today's date, Monday, May 18th, 2026. We on to the third round, man. We got some great series. We got San Antonio versus OKC, and we got Cleveland versus the Knicks. Obviously, the game's gonna go pretty much one game a day, so we're gonna transition with it. So we're gonna go ahead and handicap the San Antonio versus OKC game one. San Antonio did dominate OKC in the regular season, total domination. Head-to-head last 10, San Antonio 6-4 straight up last 10. San Antonio 6-3-1 against the spread last 10, and the under is 6-4 last 10. Now, San Antonio, their profile, they're 4-1 against the spread last 5, 4-1 against the spread last 5 versus OKC, 7-2 against the spread last 9 versus the Northwest Division, 5-2 against the spread last 7 in May, and 28-20 against the spread away from home overall. Now, OKC's profile, they're 4-2 against the spread last 6. OKC is 8-0 straight up last 8, 16-1 straight up last 17 at home, but they're 1-5 last 5 versus Southwest Division, 4-1 last 5 against the spread in May, and they're 22-24 against the spread at home overall. Now, my personal line, I have OKC -3. Vegas opened up OKC -6.5. Now, this is going to be one of the greatest series probably seen in a while. I think these teams mirror each other great, whether it be the Wemby versus Chet. You got the wings; they're all pretty much looking at each other in the mirror. The bench, pretty much the same, looking at each other in the mirror. It's going to be tough to kind of handicap these series as far as who's going to money line them to me, because I think either team can win as a dog. No matter on each other's floor, I think giving each other either team points on the road, I think that road team can cover the money line. Now, in game one, obviously you got San Antonio coming off, but not so much of a tough series against Minnesota. The games they won with total domination. Minnesota did take one with Wemby getting ejected, and then they took that game one in San Antonio. So San Antonio did play probably one more game than they probably should have played against Minnesota. Obviously, we know Oklahoma City has not lost a game this playoff, so are they going to go 16-0 through the entire playoffs? I doubt it. This is probably going to be the series where they run into that bump in the wall, so they probably are a little bit ahead rest-wise. They don't have any injuries. I don't think San Antonio has any either, but by them sweeping them series, they're getting extra days rest. San Antonio, gave 2 to Portland, gave 2 to Minnesota. They're learning on the job at this point. They're not sweeping teams because they don't know how to. But this is going to be the series where I don't know if learning on the job is going to help them. They need to know that this is the championship per se, because I don't know if either East team can compete with either of these teams in the finals. I'm not gonna hold my breath. Obviously, we didn't think Indiana had a chance last year, went to a game 7, but I just think that these two teams right here are so dominant that either team in the East is gonna get just ran over. So I think this is the championship, but it's basketball, it's sports, so anybody can win in any day. It's a 7-game series thing. With that being said, we're going to go ahead. I'm trying to drag it out just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take San Antonio plus 6.5 in this game. I just think that's too many points. I don't, this very well may be just like the Minnesota series. If San Antonio wins, they blow them out. If they lose, they get blown out. Vice versa, OKC. If they win, they blow them out. If they lose, they get blown out. But I don't see that in this series. I see this being one of those series where everything is under 5 or less. All the games, I don't see any team blowing each other. You may get pockets of the games where 10 plus point lead, because it's basketball, but it's a game of runs. I think by the buzzer, every game you're going to get 5 points or less as far as the final buzzer. Giving me 6.5 in a series where the team just came off of playing Saturday, something like that, Friday, Saturday, one of those days. I just think that San Antonio's still a little warm. They're still in the battle, whereas in OKC's been chilling. They had enough time to go on vacation to Cancun and come back to play the series. So I'm going to go ahead and take San Antonio plus 6.5 with a little bit of juice left in them, a little bit of competitiveness from the last series, whereas in OKC didn't get too much competitiveness from the Suns or the Lakers, and they've been off for almost a week. So, not a week, but at least about 4 or 5 days. So 5 days at the max. 5 days at least minimum. Sorry. So we're gonna take San Antonio plus 6.5. Another bet I kind of want to make in this series because I do think this is a long series. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on the series money line for San Antonio, just because I don't think the regular season was a fluke. But I'm also going to sprinkle a little bit on San Antonio plus 1.5 for the series to go at least 7 games. At least 7 games. So I'm expecting San Antonio to at least win 3 games in this series. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit straight bet on San Antonio on the money line for the series win, and then I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit on the San Antonio plus 1.5 for the series, and I'm gonna go ahead and like I said, take San Antonio plus 6.5 for this game. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Total Payout Podcast, chilling with your host Trouble. Today's date, May 18th, Monday, 2026. Great Monday. Start of a new week, new streak. You know, we ain't got beat probably 1 or 2 days this whole entire playoffs. We've been even and out of winning, so you don't want to keep that alive. Obviously, it's only one pick, so you know either we gonna win or not. But we're gonna go ahead and take that shot with the dog today. So please give me a like, comment, and subscribe at the end of this video. I greatly appreciate you guys. Give me a couple minutes of your day today. Like I say, man, please stay out the way. See you another day. Thank you.
Hey, Rick and Thad.